Well, they say it's not rocket science. Well, it actually is.
Well, welcome back to the Rocket Science podcast. So in today's episode, we're going to discuss something more exciting and something mysteries, because in the previous episode of Rocket Science podcast, we have discussed about how our brain works and how memory systems articulate in our brain, such things. So, but in today's episode, we are going to combine our brain with advanced technology. So you might want to guess what topic would it be?
Yeah, it's something about the advancement of the AI tools and technology in this age, and I've seen some concerns of many people, concerned with this advancement of AI will take over the human jobs or something. And I think there might be a way to combine this AI and technology with our human self to create a better productivity or maybe a better society in the future.
Well, it's easy to say, so why don't we let's dive into a little bit deeper than that. So, so before we talk about the future, let's start with the basic thing. So, our topic today is about the brain chips. Implanting the chips into our brain. So that's a crazy idea. So we want to go with the basic start. So what exactly is the brain chips?
So, firstly, the brain chip. The idea of implanting the brain chip into our brain to combine with the technology has been implanted by the Elon Musk, and he's been trying that for years. I think he has successfully implanted in an actual human. The idea is to put these chips in the brain to combine with our neurons. There are many neurons in the brain. Our thoughts came from these neurons. The way we think, the way we talk, what the idea is coming from these neurons connecting to each other. They're transmitting data to each other every single time. So because we're thinking every time, we're not stop thinking. So the neurons are always constantly transmitting data to each other. So the brain chip is trying to capture these data and read it, convert these data into a readable format for humans. Because this data inside our brain is not actually readable for us is not readable.
It's
so complicated, exactly. So maybe it turn into binary code system and then turn into text for humans to actually to understand what the brain is thinking before it's actually thinking. So it almost like it can read your mind, it can read your thoughts inside your brain. There are always two sides of these. There are always two sides they see. One side is like you can have all the information in the world really fast. You can just download it from the internet. Everything on the internet you have access easily. But the other side is, will these chips take over our brain? Can it manipulate our brain, or who's in charge of these brain chips if it had all access to all human beings? So that's probably one of the main concerns that people have right now.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. Technology always comes with a risk, whenever new thing invented. So that's something we need to aware of. We need to be aware of. About the brain chips, what fascinating things about is that the main purpose of the brain chips is to help people who need medical attention, like extreme medical attention, like people with conditions who got paralyzed and who can't see, or who can't walk. So those kind of people are, that chips is for those kind of people. The main purpose is so to make them to be able to go back to their normal life. It's wonderful too, because just for a blind people, it is exciting to see the world again, through their eyes. So the chips works wonderfully. Beautiful in its process, and it was a successful experiment as well. Before that, before they tested with the human, they tested with the monkey first. That's the first experiment.
Animals.
But I don't understand why it always has to be like monkey. Maybe
monkey is the closest DNA to human.
Maybe that's why. But that's kind of a cruel thing. But it's not. I will say that. But that's also achievement. This is one of the greatest achievement in human history as well. But the concern, where the concern start is, if that brain chips go deeper than medical purpose. Like, you know, because it's not human doesn't like limitations. They want to explore more. They want to. They are like so curious, you know. So like I'm aware of, as an individual, I'm aware of these concernings and these risks and these disadvantages of AI improving so fast. So the dark side of that brain chips implanted into your brain might be like, cybersecurity problem. That's the, I mean, that's the like darkest thing to think about. You know, first of all, if we accept that brain chips to implant in our brains in the near future, then who is going to be the control? Like who is controlling who? You know, that, like, are you controlling your own brain, or are they controlling, like, the company that are selling brain chips? Are they controlling your brain? Like, there's two conditions happening in the near future. So that's something we should question about.
Yeah. Oh well, that's a very a great concern that people are having right now. But you know, I think the plan that Elon Musk is trying to do in these days, and with this chip, with this program, is it's gonna give humans, the consumers, I would say that's quite infinite amount of information on the internet. Not all the information is on the internet, but there well, as long as it's concerned with, as soon as it's concerned with actual technological and database and these cloud server things, they always have the bad side about uh, potential hackers. Could
Yeah.
have threats or hackers or cyber security risks of this. And yeah, I think he was also aware of that. I think there might be a plan to, to block these, or maybe to overcome these ideas, to overcome these threats. But there might be some consequences of that, or maybe there might be some drawbacks of that. We haven't seen it yet, so we cannot 100% predict of what's going to happen of these drawbacks. But what we can predict is the positive side. Positive side is easy to predict than the
Yeah.
negative side, because the negative side is something that we haven't been seen before, and I'm sure he will find a way to overcome some of these challenges. And the positive way is that we can have access to all the information on the internet, but so it's easier to learn, and it's easier to know everything, how everything works in today's world.
Mhm.
So if these branches are actually a thing in the future world, there won't be no more school no more. There won't be no school.
It's
uh
hard to say.
yeah, if only if there was school, there would be a lot different from today's school. Today's school,
Mhm.
everything they teach in today's school and colleges and universities will be easily available in your brain. You can just download the data, and then you know this stuff, and then you can learn from this stuff. But not everything is easily to learn. Sometimes you gotta practice with your hands, or with your actual physical practices as well. But
Mhm.
some of them needed only mind things, mind like equation creating, knowing equation, knowing how to calculate. You can easily do with a brain chip. You can have fast access to that. So is way faster to do. So these school system will completely change with this one. I think in schools they'll only be teaching that the AI cannot actually replicate what they will teach things that AI cannot replicate. Something like there may be something artistic, or there may be something creating something that has never been done before. A product, maybe it can be a product, or it can be services. That was what matter. Or maybe the usage of the energy, how much energy we're getting, and how much are we using these energies today. I think that things will be the major subjects of the future education.
Yeah, it's very easy to say and easy to predict these these benefits and these positive changes in the near future. I mean, that's exciting, right? If you tell to a group of people that these are the benefits that we're gonna have in the near future, uh, but there will always be people who are concerned about the cons.
Yeah.
Cons that will always be happening. I know that can be get rid of it, but still, uh, if putting that chips inside your brain is gonna change completely, then I think it will start with your brain. Your brain will treat that chips as a like a foreigner, because that's for the brain. It's gonna be like a terrorist or something, totally an outsider.
Yeah.
So that's gonna take a while to connect and to be one with your brain. So uh, it's the first thing it will mess up is with your memory systems. So because as we have already discussed in the previous episode, our memories are like quite unpredictable. It keeps changing. Our brain is the most mysterious part in the human body. So, but that when that chips came into your brain, then it works with the neurons and it works with the electrodes that send into and it reads everything. But that doesn't say that your brain will accept fully in the future. So that's the one part. Another part is about the school system. You mentioned that in the near future the school system will completely change and it's going to be advanced, and that's quite amazing and it's quite good. But still it's worrying about the intelligence when it comes to human intelligence. Are we going to depend on the chips inside our brain, or are we going to just upgrade our brain with these technology advanced? Like there's two different things. In the future there could be like people are depending too much on AI tools and they lost their human intelligence, and they will lose their human accents. Like they will turn into cyborg. So that's the like that's something that we can override, right? It's like we can override our brain systems just by putting these chips inside our brain. So another one is there will be people who can use AI wisely and who can command these AI tools as their assistants. So, but right now, as far as I see, young people are depending on AI too much because it's free. AI tools are available freely for everyone.
Yeah.
Even ChatGPT is free. So why do you think it's free? Like why governments let people use these AI tools free? Like it's something to think about. Rich people like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, these people, they are controlling. Like they said they want to improve more. They are curious about everything. They're learning, they're exploring, they're creating new things every single days. But the consequences that will cost is the human being, because they are rich people, so they can do whatever they want. Like, so I would say that because they can literally do whatever they want, right? They're billionaires. So that's gonna be like selling intelligence from them, and we have to buy it. And that's believe it or not, that's what exactly the CEO of OpenAI said in one of his interview. Some autumn, he said that they see a future where people are buying intelligence from them. Intelligence becomes like a utility, like electricity and like water. So it's crazy idea. Like those words came from those people who are creating AIs. So this is no more jokes. This is great. Yeah. On the other hand, it's great because we can use everything freely and we can depend on those things and we can save lots of our time. But by saving those times, are we losing our intelligence? That's questions.
So first of all, that was a lot of questions in a row. Okay, there are so many questions in a row.
Yeah, of course.
I gotta try to break down one by one.
Yeah, please.
Let's see if I can remember everything.
Okay.
That was a lot of questions.
Why don't you start with the selling intelligence? Look, we're gonna have so many packages.
Exactly. So intelligence, like I think in the future, well, before we go into the future, in today's world, how we define intelligence? We define intelligence today by how much information do you know? Or how master are you in your field? Yeah, how can you master it in your field? And I think in the future it won't be the same no more. It will be like the information will be a general usage, a general thing that most people will have, and a thing that distinguish from the creative people from the normal people is the way we use the resources, the energy to provide for humans services or products, and for not destroying the earth as well, not to use all the resources, but there are many other ways to use the resources. So that's
But
how
people are not following that.
yeah. So but with the help of brain shift, who knows? So
Oh.
anyway,
Well, that brain chips is literally created by human.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we gotta force ourselves to save the earth. We gotta say that we're living on that. We gotta save the earth. Do not
Okay,
use all the information.
In order to save the earth, you don't need to lose yourself.
You're not gonna lose yourself. You're gonna combine.
Are you sure about it?
Implanting brain chip in your brain is not gonna lose yourself. It's gonna combine you to let you think more freely, to let you have all these information quickly, and you can think more freely.
Are you
And
sure it's gonna be free? Like, what if we have
yes.
to pay for this brain
Maybe
chips
maybe
to
for the
buy
startup.
intelligence?
Maybe for the startup, maybe for a few years, and when it started, it will have a little bit of payment. But later, after a few decades, I think it will be a generalized usage for everyone.
Are you hearing what you're saying? Like, you're saying like
No,
we have to pay in order to use our brain.
no.
Yeah,
We don't have to
brain
pay.
chips.
We gotta pay to use brain chip, not the brain. We can use our brain freely, but with the help of brain chip, we can have access to all the information. We don't need to go to school anymore. We don't need to learn new things no more. We gotta think of something that AI cannot replicate. That is not easy to do, and that's will distinguish the people from successful people and normal people. That would distinguish that. So about that was about intelligence, that the quality of the intelligence will be changed, as I mentioned that. Also about the AI question, Lisa, the AI tools has been really free these days.
Yeah.
There are also premium version, but
Yeah,
less people will buy that. Not many people will buy that. So
the free version has already like lots of
information. Yeah, but it has limited though. But they give us these AI really powerful AI tools just to it is for data. It's for collecting data, not for the bad reason. AI needs to know how we talk, the way we talk. It's not going to collect our personal data.
AI is training.
Yeah, it's not going to
using our data.
It's not going to collect our personal data. It collect the way we talk. It collect the way we comprehend, the way we solve the problem, the way we comprehend to each other, the way we start the conversation, end the conversation. Our accent work, our language works. It learns like that. It didn't learn the personal stuff. Sometimes we tell that about our emotion, about our problems, something like that. But AI doesn't always collect all these because it doesn't usually give benefit to it. But what it benefits to is when you solve some problem in the AI will take reference from that, and then it will use it into some other way to make it a better service for another users, for many other users. So it is beneficial for both way. AI is also learning at the same time and also giving better and better feedback by many more consumers using. Because the more the consumer, the more we are using the AI, the better AI gets, and the better feedback we can get from AI.
Yeah, and the more resources we are losing every day.
Yes, that's another problem we're gonna face.
Yeah, I don't think that they haven't found any solution about this water consumption by AI, because ChatGPT is using like over, I guess, 3.9 billions of gallons of water just by one day. Just every day, every single day, it is using that much water to cool down the data centers, because it can be cooled down with the dirty waters. It is drinking water. So it's clean. It has to be clean, because it might have some clog if they use dirty water. So that's a concern. So that's why they have to use drinking water. Because of that, in many areas where data centers are built are facing the shortage of water resources. I mean, that's concerning.
Yeah, that's also concerning.
Yeah. So the more we keep using AI and it will give better feedback. Yeah. Behind that is a pretty dark for the environment and the earth. It's like water resources are losing every single day, and I don't think that's a there's a, I mean, good benefit that we're getting. It's not worth it. I don't think that's gonna be worth it.
I think they are finding a way to reduce the usage of water,
Yeah.
consumption of water. There's a significant example of this, the quantum computer. Now, the quantum computer is the latest one.
Yeah.
In our age is the most advanced one, and it can
Fastest.
calculate the fastest one, and it can calculate just some quantum equations just by a few seconds. It's extremely fast. It also needs cooling down because it uses loads of power. It generated these military usage things, very high power national usage.
Supercomputer.
Yeah, supercomputer. It's better than supercomputer. It's quantum
Yes.
computer. It's
Yeah.
next level, the biggest one. So they use nitrogen to cool down these things, to cool down the machines. Liquid nitrogen. Liquid nitrogen has -degree cold. It's extremely cold. It uses liquid nitrogen to cool down the machines of these quantum computer. I think they have to find a way to use a similar technique in AI or ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever. I think they have to find a way to cool down like that.
But
because
still,
water is
you're
not always
using
cool.
you have to use the free resources that the earth is giving you, and
Yeah.
in your turn is a nitrogen, right?
Yeah.
Nitrogen is also a free resource in earth. What if it runs out?
It won't naturally. No, it won't naturally.
Yeah,
run
it will
out-
naturally,
run
but
out.
it will keep getting lower and lower if we keep using without
We
refilling.
can take from the universe as well. We're going to talk
Okay.
about that because it will take a lot of time for the nitrogen on Earth to lose down because most of our atmosphere, over 70% of our atmosphere is built of nitrogen.
Yeah.
Around 20% is oxygen, and other 10% is all the other gases, carbon dioxide, everything, ammonia.
Well,
70% mostly is nitrogen, so we can use it, but we gotta use it caution as
the
well.
earth is mostly full of water, but still.
I'm talking about the gas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. You
gas.
said that nitrogen is like over 70%. That's why it's impossible to lose. But what about the water? Oh, our earth is made of our planet is made of water mostly. The water area is much better, much more than these everything, these gases. But still, we're losing. We're facing these challenges
Because most of
losing
the water
waters.
is salty and dirty water, not clean water. Clean water is small percentage. So
Well,
dirty and salty water.
That
is
salty
more.
water can be refined too.
Refined, yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
it
they
takes
don't find
energy.
any. Yeah,
takes energy
that's
to
the
do that
reason
too.
I'm saying. Even though
But for nitrogen,
though-
it's not.
no matter how many resources we have on earth, if people are greedy in using without limitations, then it will get worse and worse. That's
We need
the
to
reason.
have the one
Yeah, some
specific
limits.
limit point as well.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But there's a very very cool scale on this. We have used around like in scale of 1. Number 1 is if the 1 is the maximum scale. We have used 0.73 of today's energy resources from Earth. There's still some left, but we haven't used all of it yet. So, but we have to find a way to use some of the energy resources from space or universe, or maybe from sun. The sun is emitting like crazy amount of power every single second, every time.
Yeah.
We gotta find a way to use the solar power to help us in this thing with electricity or with the cooling down everything. So we gotta get use of these skills.
Well, I hope that before every resource run out, we find a solution better.
have to.
Okay, we have to speaking of these resources, losing resources, I remember this one of the cartoon movie I've watched in childhood. Have you ever watched like Lorax?
Yeah, I know
cartoon movie?
Lorax.
Yeah, it was released back in 2012. It was already way ahead of time, and we are now talking about losing resources. But in that cartoon movie, they are losing trees, they are losing air. Air is free. I mean, it's supposed to be free. We are breathing freely air, every single day. But in that cartoon movie, the one guy made a mistake. He invented some garment that can that can be used in a multiple ways. So with one cloth, and you can use with multiple ways, and the demand explodes. People keeps demanding these products. And so he ended up cutting all the trees, entire trees, and it becomes like deforestation. The whole forest just gone, and people needs to buy in the future. People needs to buy air from richer people, and everything becomes artificial. So that movie is way ahead of time. It was at that time it was a pretty dark movie, kid cartoon movies, and it was banned. That movie was banned after a while. After it has already released, it was banned. I don't know the reason, because government is too afraid, too afraid, because the information that has put in that cartoon movie. So we are experiencing the similar things, similar problems right now. Like, I don't want I don't want people to buy intelligence from these companies, because if we compare to with that cartoon movie, it's the air. We have to buy the air, but in the future, it must be like we have to buy intelligence in order to use your brain, and you have to subscribe. If not, then your brain is cancellation and you can't use, and you become cyborg. According to you, like, okay, let's say we in the future we are all gonna be equal in using the chips, and everything's gonna be freely. Everything's gonna be equal by using these chips. So that's concerning too. If there is a technical error, we have to concern about that. Okay, if there is a like, let's say, war technical errors, and everything just server break down, and like a Facebook server, it breaks down and people go crazy. It's like
The mind cannot break down.
Yeah.
It will break down the chip.
yeah, the
You
chips
cannot
are
use
gonna
the chip
break
no
down.
more. But
Like,
it's a normal brain.
well, you can say that in the future it might advance. It might enhance your brain.
It will enhance.
Yeah,
but,
it will enhance,
but
definitely.
if the chip went like offline or went down, the chip will gone. But your brain is still there. You cannot use the chip no more, but you can use your brain.
Yeah, imagine a paralyzed patient is using that chips, and suddenly the chips got some technical errors and offline, and he was just why he was walking, and he would just
You fall down.
he will fall down immediately.
Yeah, that's what we need insurance company with that one.
Yeah, that will that oh my god, that's gonna be a lot of things to talk about. Like, people are gonna get so many new experiences
Yeah.
through these technology advance, and still young people are making jokes about these technology.
About the movie Lorax, and I think we gotta think of the alternative way. The guy who will cut down all these trees is another guy, and the guy who will sell the air is another guy too.
Yeah.
It's different guy. It's not the same guy. So the guy,
I guess there's two perspectives always.
yeah, but the
There's
guy
always
cut
two
down the
things.
tree. He is responsible for making the forest in completely bald forest. So, but the rich people, no, I won't say the rich people, that the actual entrepreneurs will find a way to make a cleaner air around the city, and it provides the fresh air for all the people in the city. But it needs, of course, it's like a tax. We have to pay tax to government for what? In today's age, what we're giving the tax for the government? For literally nothing. For just living in there, we're just existing in the country, we gotta pay tax. For in the country, in that movie, we got air, we got fresh air. We cannot go out from that town. If we go out from the town, the air will be really toxic with a lot of carbon outside thing. So it gets out fresh air, but it didn't make these plants go down. The other guy made the plant go down, so they're not responsible for that. They're rescuing the people, they're rescuing the earth to make it better. But there will be also a sequel of that. They will create a better form, a better way to release these air to all over the world, to make the earth back into alive again, and everything will be back to the normal day. Every air will be free as well, but only in a certain period. In the middle time, you gotta pay a little bit in the certain period, because they're building it. They're building it more and more to expand to more area. You cannot only build in one area. Or think of like we have to, we have in a normal household. In the back in the day, there is no there's no air conditioner. There's no TV. In these days, there's like every house, when you buy a house, everything utility is already inside there. That is general usage. And back in the day, that was not general. That is for the luxury people. We assume that that's for luxury people. And in these days, it's not luxury no more. It's generalized.
Yeah,
Everyone can have
comes
equal
with
access.
pay and
Comes
comes
with
with
pay.
taxes.
You use it, you pay it.
Yeah.
If you use it, you pay. That's
It's
why
the
it
same
should be.
idea, like you buying it and you have to pay it. I mean, same idea, but
Yeah.
the thing is that the tax goes to governments.
Yeah, the tax.
Yeah.
We're still giving tax to that. We're same
Yeah.
way they're giving the tax, but we're giving the tax for just living. But they're giving the tax for breathing fresh air
Well, there's a
inside the
dark
city.
side actually in that movie. You said that he's an entrepreneur or everything, but actually no, he's the main villain. You know that?
I'm
No.
entrepreneur mean not that guy. I'm the guy who sell the air.
Yeah,
It's an
the guy
entrepreneur.
who sell the air is the villain because he knows the solutions. Where he has the seeds to plant the trees, more trees, but he hid it. He hid it in secret place, and he planted and he sell those airs
That's
to
how
people
the
back.
movie plot is
So
made
no,
to
no, no,
make
no,
us a
no.
villain.
Actually, that's the reality of rich people. How they are gonna use you in order to get money from you. You know, it's like selling. It's the same idea. And every rich people has this one purpose. I mean, even though they
Right.
cover like, okay, we want to make the world great again. We want to give people a more affordable life and everything. It's, I mean, just for a second, those are we like poor people? Are they getting richer or getting poorer day by day? Like, but for the rich people, they're getting richer and richer every day, every single day. But they're not. They're benefiting for themselves. If there's no benefit, then they won't do that. I mean, everything. If the reason that the tools are free is because they're getting benefits from them. You know, nothing is free. In this world, nothing is free.
Devil side is
There is
beneficial. I
always
said that too.
payback. There's always consequences. There's always costs that you have to pay for it. I know it sounds a little bit overreactive or something, but it's still true. You have to pay it. But in this technology era, the thing that you have to give is your essence of being a human. Because I mean, let's be realistic. Nowadays, we young people are getting too independent on AI. Even as small questions, we just go and ask to AI. But back in the day, we used to Google it. But right now we don't go to Google anymore. It's our old friend, but we don't go to anymore. We don't go to that anymore, and we just go to the ChatGPT for like, what should I buy now? What should I wear? These stupid questions, you know. And even for like writing essays or whatever it is, we are getting too dependent on AI. Like,
because we have to shift ourselves to combine it with AI as well.
yeah, shifting
to
is
combine.
normal, but
Yeah.
just by shifting,
in
you're
the
gonna
middle period.
lose your confidence, your emotions, your intelligence.
Yeah, in the middle period, the ones who let yourself lose will get behind. The one who don't let yourself lose, who combine with the AI, who combine with your human thoughts, human creativity, will always stay behind. That's what the reality that's what happened in industrial revolution as well. The farmers, they want to buy the robots, the machines. They want to do it themselves. But in the later, what they become, they don't have enough productivity for today's world. With the machines, they have much more productivity. The one who didn't buy the machine left behind. They finally gets like left out. They are gone. The ones who buy the machines still function in today's age. So we have to generalize these things. We have to shift to this is the middle part in the middle period time of shifting to another level of using AI, combining with the AI. Is not always a risk we can think of that. There's sometimes
using the earth resources as a stepping stone for the development is not right.
Not just earth resources. I told you, not just earth resources, but
It's
there are many other resources that we haven't used it yet. Because all the resources on earth are for humans. We have to use it, but we have to use it wisely. Also, we have to use the sun's power as well. The solar power is enormously high. We have to use it as well. We haven't fully used it yet. We will find a way to use it in the future. The one who finds a way to use more energy in less time and creates a better product, a better service for other human being will be a successful human being. Do you think in today's age that Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg are doing these for money? No, they're not. They're already billionaires and trillionaires. Even Elon Musk is a trillionaire right now.
Yeah.
They're not doing it for money. They're doing it for upgrading the human society into another level. They're trying to upgrade. They don't need money no more. In today's age, money may be still a thing for some people, but for them, it's not a thing no more.
Yeah, that's why it's so easy for them to sacrifice everything on earth.
Because in the future, money won't exist no more. There won't be money no more.
Well,
money won't be a currency. Yes, there won't be money. The currency that people will use is trading. Trading will always be there. And also, the way we use the resources will be the currency, not the money. Money will be totally gone. And also, I love the way that Elon Musk like mentioned in the future, in the next 20 years, walking will be optional. We don't always need to walk no more, if we don't want to. But if you want to create something for human, for something for Earth, meaningful thing, you can work on it with the help of AI. We always have to use AI every time, but it doesn't mean that we're losing. But it depends on how you use it. You cannot let AI determine what you're gonna believe, what you decide. You gotta let the AI do that. You must be the commander of the AI. You have to be the master of the AI. Not like you can take some advice, but you probably make the final solution of this. And don't let AI give you the falsehood. AI can make mistakes as well. It literally right in the bottom of the ChatGPT of every AI. They make mistakes, so we gotta take out what's best from them and make it ourselves to make a better society for the world. I think in the future they're trying to build that.
Well, it will need more time to upgrade human society and everything. Relating with the brain chips, we have come along so far, and we have covered a lot of things, and also about that can some of the topics that we have discussed might connect or might come in next episode with the full details, like for example, the danger of AIs, the resources, water resources, and how we're gonna find a solution, these kind of things. But for today's episode, we wanna say that don't let AI to control you, because nowadays it's so easy to be influenced by AI, because our surrounding is full of artificial things. So it's impossible, it's inevitable to get rid of these AI things. But we also need to acknowledge that the AI has both sides. It's like a two coin with two faces. So it depends on how you use it and how wisely you use it without losing the essence of your humanity. So that's a very important thing, and that we all need to aware of that. So that's the
the main thing is like don't always use AI for studying, for like just random questions. Use AI wisely to actually work on yourself, work on your creativity, work on your journey, whatever you're going through. We can take advantages of AI. AI is waiting for us to take advantage of. We cannot let the AI to take advantage of us. It's like always beneficial. AI is taking some data from us, not the personal data, the way we talk, as I mentioned before in the video. So it takes some of the data from us. We're also taking some advices from AI and some perspective and some information from AI to make ourselves a better place to live in. So that's what matters in the future.
Yeah, so that's it for today.
episode. If you like open to more of these kind of episodes, especially with the technology or many other topics, you can always hit the like and subscribe button of the Rocket Science.
Thank you for listening to Rocket Science Podcast, and we'll see you in the next episode.
1 or 2 minutes can make any difference.
We shouldn't make intro anymore. It's already too much.
Why is 35?
Because you didn't stop.
No, I didn't talk.
I was literally giving